Niche hobbies. In this video, we're going to cover 4 niche hobbies that you can do to either have fun or make some money on the side. If you want to find and nurture your ideal occupation or business niche, remember to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so you know whenever a new video comes out. We publish daily, so jump right in. Also, remember to smash that like button below. Alright, so niche hobby number 1, and that is languages. Do you want to learn another language? Does that sound cool to you? Actually traveling to another place or knowing that you are ahead of the curve? Because as you know, China has grown so much and so fast, people are gonna kill me, but it's very likely that China will surpass the United States in amount of economic output. So in the future that our children will live in, they'll probably have to learn Mandarin as much as they'll have to learn English. Now, it's not saying that English is a thing of the past. It will still be one of, if not the most important language for a long time, but the times are changing. So what can you do in here as a hobby? You can either learn for yourself, you can go and take some classes and meet some new people. If you have a lot of money and a lot of free time, you can also potentially just travel elsewhere to learn that language that you want to learn. And that is very cool because when you learn a new language, usually you associate the words you learn with the experiences that you are living while you're learning that language. That's why some people feel that when they are talking in their second language, they feel like they're a different person than they are when they're speaking in their native language. Why? Because in your native language, you have all of your experiences through childhood, your parenting, whatever kind of childhood you had, versus maybe you were an adult and you went to France, you had a great time or not, and in that environment that was very different and a very different point in your life, you learned French. And then you associate French with you being a different kind of person than the person you are when you speak English or whatever your native language was. Either way, this is a very cool hobby that can have a lot of benefits in the long term for you potentially getting a job that requires someone who knows that extra language that you know, potentially going in and being a more interesting person when you're talking to others, relating to people who are from that place. And you can also make some money on the side teaching that language either in another country or online. Alright, so this takes us to niche hobby number 2, and that actually has to do with pets. Now, what do we mean by pets? You know very well. If you have a dog, a cat, or a monkey, I have a friend who had a monkey, or a crocodile, I hope that's not the case, then you are someone who can have that as a hobby. Yeah, obviously having a pet means a lot of responsibility. You gotta take care of them, you gotta feed them, you gotta go out with them, make sure that they're safe, that they're having fun. If they actually get sick, you gotta take them to the vet. So it has a lot of responsibility, but it can be a hobby in the sense that it allows you to take yourself away from your difficult routine. Maybe you're very stressed at work, and being around animals can actually help you. And this is something that I believe some studies have said, that it lowers your stress when you're around animals that you love and you feel good around. So that can be a hobby in that sense. It can also be a hobby in the sense of maybe you are taking care of other people's animals. Maybe you are a dog walker and you're making some money on the side by doing that. Now, you keep telling me, why do you keep talking about money? I just want a hobby. Well, yeah, but I know that some people actually care a lot about that, so that's why I'm mentioning those things as well. Just so that you know that this is a kind of hobby that can be very edifying for you and for your wallet potentially. So, niche hobby number 3, and that will be survival. What do I mean by survival? Well, it means anything that comes from the point of view of self-proficiency and self-ability to sustain yourself and your life. This means anything from maybe getting a cabin in the woods for yourself, maybe growing your own vegetables, maybe getting some solar panels so you don't have to depend on the grid for electricity and power for yourself and your family. This has also to do with some of the a little bit more extreme of, hey, I'm gonna get all these supplies in case a zombie apocalypse hits us, or in case finally Russia sends a missile to the US. I don't want to be one of those who are wiped out. I'm gonna have my bunker, Or, I mean, again, I'm throwing some examples out there. I am not in favor of anyone particularly. So if you have some political bends, don't take that against me. If you do though, put it in the comments. All right. So that's something that can actually be very fun to do because you are actually learning how to do something that's useful. Maybe you're growing your own food. Maybe you are making sure that you're self-sustainable when it comes to power. If there's a blackout, then you won't have to suffer because you are already off the grid in some way or some shape, and you have that extra safety in your mind because you know that you took those precautions. So that can be a hobby in the sense that it gives you some sense of control over your life. It makes you feel like you're having some fun while you're doing it, and it's actually useful because again, it edifies you and it helps you in your life in some way, shape, or form. I believe that's a very cool one to do. All right, so what is our niche hobby number 4? It has to do with music. Similarly to learning a language, then you can learn an instrument. You can teach it to others and you can have a lot of fun doing that, especially if you already know one or if you want to branch out to a different instrument. Instruments have always been something that's very interesting. Most people at least, love some kind of music, right? Maybe you like hip hop, maybe you hate it, maybe you like classic music, maybe you get bored and you fall asleep when you're listening to it. Either way, there is some types and genre of music out there for everyone. So this is something that can have a very far reach. Maybe you want to be a celebrity when it comes to actually being a musical talent. Now that's going to be considerably harder and it's going to take you longer. But it's something that some people manage to do, right? So why not you, especially if you're watching this and you are one of those 8-year-olds who have been on an instrument for 5 years now and you're a genius. Go along with it, man, or girl, go and do it. So that's one very powerful niche that you can go into. Now, you say, oh, the learning the music instruments and thing. No, it's a whole world in and of itself. Every instrument has different things that you gotta take care of. If you are a drummer, do you get an electronic drum? Do you get an acoustic set? What kind of headphones do you use so that that doesn't actually damage your ears while you're practicing or playing the drums? If you are a guitarist or a bass player, what kind of strings should you get? What kind of guitar? Is it electronic or acoustic? How do you actually tune it? When it comes to the music itself, do you know how to read the music sheets? Do you know how to do those things? It is a whole world, and the same can be said for all the other niche hobbies that we've mentioned. They are different worlds that you can go into and learn so many different things that have to do with them. Similarly with pets, dogs are not the same as cats, and neither of them are the same as monkeys. So essentially, it's about just getting your mind off of things and having that extra fun in a way that is actually positive for you and your life. And with any of them, they all give you chances to actually socialize and meet other people with like interest. So, has this been helpful? Comment below and remember to smash that like button below. Now you know 4 hobbies that are niche industries that you can do in order to enhance your life in some way, shape, or form. So, remember to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so you know whenever a new video comes out. But we publish daily, so don't miss it.